Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. This is my mission. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. YY Missions affiliate Kappa GMS. I just want to bring out a video and some scriptures. Basically, Chinese troops are in Ukraine now. So I'm going to bring out the video proof, and I'm going some scriptures.
Korea, there were warning shots fired by the South Koreans, and there's a major border incursion today on the Korean Peninsula. So with that, we have a lot of news to cover pretty much everywhere today, so let's jump into our first post, which goes to War Translated. And this is our biggest story of the day right now. We're getting big news out of Ukraine today that the UAF claims to have captured 2 Chinese citizens in the Donetsk region, which fought as a part of the Russian Federation, and there are documents of these prisoners, bank cards, and personal data indicating they're from China, and the president instructed the foreign minister to immediately contact Beijing and find out how China is going to react to this. And Zelensky said, quote unquote, "We have information that there are much more than just 2 Chinese citizens in the occupiers' units, and we're just now finding out all of these facts." So this is truly a bombshell piece of news right here. There are allegedly, according to Zelensky, many more than just 2 Chinese citizens fighting on behalf of the Russians, and this could indicate direct involvement by the Chinese government in this war against Ukraine. So of course, that is a very, very big conclusion to make, but based on what we're seeing right now from Zelensky and hearing from these soldiers, it sounds like it could be much bigger than actually reported as of this moment, so we're certainly keeping an eye on that. But we do have a video here of the guy that was captured, who is allegedly a Chinese national, basically snitching on his fellow comrades in this Russian unit. So let's take a look at the video and see what he's talking about. Okay, so he appears to be describing maybe a drone battle. He's doing a lot of sounds and a lot of movements, and actually it looks like he's snitching to the 10th degree, actually. He's going through all the motions. He's telling everything. So if there's anything to learn from this individual, he's definitely going to spill the beans on it. He's telling pretty much everything that happened right before his capture, so that is good for the Ukrainians, because they can get all the intel they need to figure out exactly what's really happening with this Chinese national allegedly being here on Ukrainian soil. So here we have it. This is the captured guy, allegedly from China, right here on the video. But with that, we also learned some more information here in our next post, which goes to Max24. And this is actually some more statements from President Zelensky out of Ukraine about these alleged Chinese nationals being on their soil. And we see here that President Zelensky revealed the details of the capture of Chinese soldiers. He said Ukrainian soldiers engaged in combat with 6 Chinese soldiers in the Donetsk region, after which 2 of the Chinese citizens were captured, and that was one of them we just saw in the video. And he pointed out an important difference. If the North Koreans were in the Kursk region, then the Chinese are already directly on Ukrainian territory. So that is a pretty big revelation right there, if that turns out to be indeed 100% true. So we're certainly watching this one, because if this is indicated that China sent these guys here to fight, and so far the only other country which has direct involvement right now, which would be in the Asian region, would be the North Koreans. So we are seeing here that the Chinese are potentially involved as well, at least according to President Zelensky. So jumping into our next post, this one goes to the Kyiv post.
All right, so you can see things are getting out of hand, okay, in Ukraine. So far we got Americans over there, mercenaries, and officially you have China and the North Koreans over in Ukraine fighting with the Russians. Okay, so this is basically turning into a world war. Okay, just like how the scriptures speak of. Okay, this is getting out of control. Plus you got the tick for tat tariff war going on with China and the U.S., and that's getting out of hand, and that's gonna make things worse on our end, okay, here in the States. All right, so I'm bringing out some quick scriptures with this particular situation. Okay, Ezekiel 38:2, "Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Okay, Ezekiel 38:3, "And say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal." Okay, so Gog and Magog, Russia and China, okay, together, okay, teaming up. Okay, he's going to use them to start and complete World War III, okay, the destruction, but he is against them, okay? He's going to use them for his benefit, all right? But he's still not fucking with them. He's going to use them to bring judgment upon Babylon, okay, themselves, okay, and these other nations, okay? Ezekiel 38:4, okay? "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay, and it's getting crazy in Ukraine. Okay, and it's also going to get crazy in the Middle East. Okay, it's wrapping up on all theaters in Taiwan and China and the Pacific. Okay, Ocean. So the Most High is reeling these boys in, okay? He put hooks in their jaws. So now we got Chinese troops, okay, in Ukraine, okay? Things are speeding up, okay? The Lord is reeling them in. Yahweh is bringing them in, okay? All right. Joel 3:11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, okay? And that's what's happening. He's assembling the heathen, okay? He's making them gather all around, okay? Come together, okay? Round about, so he can destroy them, right? Had the mighty ones come down, okay? That's what he's doing. Yahweh is, the prophecies are moving forward, okay? Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And this is what we're seeing, okay? So you got the U.S. over there. You got the Russians in Ukraine, the U.S. in Ukraine, okay? Ukrainians in Ukraine. You got North Korea in Ukraine. You got China in Ukraine, okay? They're coming. What? They're coming towards, drawn towards this battle, okay? That's going to happen where? In the Middle East, okay? Revelations 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, okay? And it's coming quickly. Time is speeding up, okay? So I'm glad the Lord had this information, come to the surface so I can do a video on it. Sometimes I like to wait before I post anything because I like to show actual proof, as much proof, video proof, article proof, okay, as much as possible. Before I put out a video, I like to try to check sources and things like that, okay? Now, if it's 100% perfect, but I like to wait around. Also, we got this thing with the market still going on too, and I've been looking into that. So I'm just watching, being a watchman, reporting and prophesying, okay? Being a servant of the Lord, a man of the Lord, and bringing this information on to you all. You all need to repent. I'm starting with myself first and foremost. I need to repent, and I continue to repent day in and day out, okay? As we see the Lord, time is speeding up. Like I would keep saying, 90 days, okay, from January, it's April. I was getting through the spirit that a lot of stuff was going to happen in April, and it surely is happening. Things are happening in April a lot, okay? So with that, this is huge news, okay? If it's confirmed, fully confirmed, not allegedly, but fully confirmed officially that China is in Ukraine, that is going to be a big problem. That's going to escalate things even more on that side of the world, just like in the Middle East with Iran and U.S. So I just want to bring that out and say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash, Shalom.